The first castle invasion in Conquest is a really interesting battle because it takes place in a setting where you define the terrain. To do that in the most productive way possible, you need to understand the basic priorities of the invaders. Number 1, if they can seize the throne or kill someone immediately, they will. Secondly, they want to destroy all the buildings in your castle that provide stat bonuses. For example, the Records Hall reduces the damage that each of your units take by 3. After that, if a blue or green unit is already in range, the enemies will attack them, following their usual targeting priorities. But then it gets interesting. If they have no targets in range, the invaders will path toward the closest bonus building, even if that building is much farther away than your units, and indeed even if their single-minded pursuit of buildings takes them away from the throne. Generally, the enemies will ignore other buildings like the armory that don't provide any bonuses. The exception is when they get trapped or blocked by those buildings and they have no other valid targets in range. We can take this knowledge and use it to construct a castle that restricts the enemies in very useful ways. Most importantly, we want to select the Nestrian style, which is by far the best because it has tons of narrow choke points and offers you lots of ways to make the invaders move in efficiently. If we place our buildings very precisely, we can exploit the hell out of this layout. On the west side, the Traveler's Plaza and Mine provide useful spawn points, and the Mine is impassable to the Cavaliers, so their passageway to the north is just 1 tile wide. Below the Mine we have the Private Quarters, which make very good bait because we only want their damage bonus for 1 turn. The Mess Hall is tucked safely away in the north because its accuracy bonus will be useful forever. The only thing in the middle is Lilith's Temple. We just want to keep her out of the way. Down the right side, we're relying on spawn points at the Records Hall, Food Source, Smithy, Armory, and Staff Store. The Records Hall offers a great defensive bonus that we want to keep. The Smithy is completely indestructible, so it serves the same purpose against the Wyverns that the Mine does for the Cavaliers. It locks them into a 1-tile choke point. Our most devious trick is the placement of the Prison and Norian Glade in the southeast corner. The Prison is our last bonus building. It provides a crit boost that we don't really care for, but more importantly, it lures all of the mercenaries from the southern entrance, giving us a lot of extra time to deal with them. We're deploying our units according to which supports they want to build, more or less. Odin's the exception. He's starting on the left side because he does want to earn a C support with Corrin, but he will eventually cross over to reunite with Elise. We'll see how in just a few moments. Odin kicks things off by attacking the nearest Cavalier. Silas then takes Corrin and follows suit.
You're not alone.
Elise and Effie do something similar on the opposite side of the map.
I won't let you die.
This should be cool.
Niles shoots down one of the paired Wyvern Riders. With some help from Azura, he can kill the second one too.
No need to
Arthur could use Niles' dual strike to take down yet another Wyvern, but we actually want to force 2 of them to attack Elise. Arthur can trap them between himself, Elise, and the Smithy. The uppermost Wyvern will attack Elise and die, and then the second one will choose to attack Elise rather than Arthur because Arthur can kill him on the counterattack and Elise can't. The Private Quarters distract 2 of the Cavaliers, including the one with the javelin. The boss's entire squad runs toward the prison. Silas already has enough support points with Corrin to reach A rank, so he can afford to give Corrin away in order to help Odin earn more experience. That attack gives Silas the lance rank he's been wanting. Afterward, Odin moves below Silas, and he adjusts Silas's inventory to discourage the Javelin Cavalier from attacking him. Mozu gets an easy kill, and she has more movement than Effie does, so when Azura sings to her, Mozu can move all the way to the other side of Arthur.
Over here! We won't lose. Can we do this?
We are now setting up a giant relay that will bring Effie and Arthur all the way to the prison at the southern end of the castle. Odin attacks the Javelin Cavalier so that he can kill him on enemy phase.
You're not alone.
Now we go south.
We can do this. This could be tough.
I'll do my best.
Stand down, fiend!
Oh, that look.
Show me what you've got!
Effie breaks the prison. This disrupts the pathing of the enemy mercenaries, because now the closest bonus building to all three of them is the Records Hall. For the two pairs on the right, the shortest path to that building is up the eastern side of the castle, and the boss is a valid target in range anyway. But for the left-hand pair, if you count out the tiles, you discover that their shortest route is actually up the middle. So those two mercenaries are going to turn around and go back the way they came. That's very fortunate for Effie, because that's the pair that carries the Armor Slayer. We will have to intercept the mercenaries at the middle of the map, and that's why Elise heads in that direction. Nyx separates Niles from Azura so that they can act independently next turn. Having 6 levels under his belt normally gives Odin pretty good chances to hit some impressive benchmarks in Chapter 10. But alas, that is not to be. Most of the time, he'll have gained enough magic by now to kill the Steel Sword Cavalier, even if you remove Malefic Aura. That Cavalier's survival is a bit of an anomaly.
On guard!
To defeat these mercenaries, we're going to do some tricky
I'll
maneuvering.
protect
The
you.
fundamental problem is that Mozu and Azura will die if they get attacked. That is an issue that almost never comes up with Growths active, but we have to adapt.
My power
The
is
Norian Glade helps us establish a front that Azura can hide behind. The exact details of positioning depend on which side the boss lunged Effie from and whether the other mercenary pair went north or east of the boss, but it's not hard to work out what you have to do.
I can do
We'll
this.
kill off the generic merc pair, and we'll make sure that only Effie, Nyx, and Niles are exposed to the boss.
You have my support.
Typically, I would give this kill to Mozu and not Nyx. That's why our efforts to give extra experience to Nyx in Chapter 9 usually matter, but now they don't.
Let me help.
I'll handle this miscreant! Everything will be fine. I believe in you.
We need to re-establish our wall, but this time Niles has to be protected too.
Oh, please.
Niles breaks the enemy's guard gauge, allowing Mozu to just barely take the boss kill.
How very annoying.
Fortunately, an unpaired mercenary can't double Azura or Mozu, and they can both survive a single attack.
I'll go with you.
Elise moves a couple more spaces to the west so that Silas can deliver Odin to her.
I'm here to help.
We stand together!
We can do this together.
Let's do this.
With his Brass Naginata equipped, Silas has much greater effective defense against mercenaries than Odin does, even when Odin has Lily's poise applied. In fact, when you account for the Records Hall's effect and the loss of their weapon ranks, the mercs hit Silas for just 3 damage using their steel swords, and the Armor Slayer tinks him.
We won't give up.
The Southeastern squad has one last target to deal with. We want to account for any further support needs, of course, and we also want to make sure that everybody here can go north to meet up with Elise very quickly. Elise still needs some support points with Arthur and Effie.
Let's make this fun.
Be careful. I'll protect you.
We can do this together!
My power.
Niles also has to build some more support with Arthur. Nyx delivers him to his friend. Arthur moves up to the end of Azura's range.
We won't lose.
Evil shall not prevail!
By taking the Bronze Axe, Arthur reduces his own damage output, allowing us to execute extra attacks later on.
This could be tough.
Mozu drops Effie as close to Elise as she can, keeping in mind that we can destroy our own buildings to open up new pathways, if we so choose.
Uh-oh.
Elise lunges the lead mercenary, trapping him between Odin and Arthur.
Let's go. On guard!
Silas dumps Corrin in the moat, enabling Corrin to carry Silas across next turn. Odin stands pat. He doesn't need any more experience.
I'll handle this miscreant! Such are the whims
Odin
of
uses
fate.
Corrin's dual strike here. Dual strikes that get blocked still generate weapon experience.
Oh, that look.
We're going to kill both mercenaries now. In order to create some space, Nyx brings down the house.
I'll do my best.
Because Arthur used the Bronze Axe, Elise can sneak in an additional attack before Effie picks up the first kill.
I'll do my best! I need to get stronger.
We actually don't want Elise to get any more support points with Arthur, or else Arthur won't unlock his A support with Effie, so we use Azura to get Elise out of the way. Some shelter shenanigans allow Azura to sing to Niles, too.
I have faith in you. I'm with you.
Here I go. Uh-oh. What now?
Arthur takes the kill, and that finishes the battle. We've done all we can to train ourselves, and now it's time to conclude the first act of conquest in Chapter 10. Someone is going to defeat Takumi. You might be able to guess who.